work. It's time to take a look at green initiatives in design education presented by our esteemed partners and invited institutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very pleased to have a great and a senior-most academician to moderate these green initiatives. We are very pleased to have with us online Dr. Himadri Ghosh. I would like to ask IT team if sir has joined the meet. Sir, a very warm welcome to you. Good afternoon, sir. Till then, I'll quickly introduce Dr. Himadri Ghosh. Having an intense background of art and design amalgamated with technology defines the incredible personality of Dr. Ghosh. Being one of the senior-most and vastly experienced personality, Sir has been associated with India's topmost and renowned institutions such as NID and Banasali University in numerous capacities of dean, faculty, principal consultant, designer, member of governing bodies, founder of many activities and initiatives in fashion education. Sir also brought various collaborations with industries and NGOs across India and of course is a facilitator of design pedagogy. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your precious time and being here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very pleased to also have with us as our moderator, Dr. Anjali Karolia, Dean, Faculty of Family and Community Sciences at the Maharaja Sayajirao University of Baroda. Being an academician and having an extensive textile and research experience for last 35 years, ma'am has been one of the personality to reckon with in education. Ma'am was also been affiliated to the Department of Textiles, Apparel and Design at University of Nebraska as a Fulbright visiting lecturer and was the primary instructor for a graduate course in Indian Textiles and Costumes, Perspectives and Potential. Ma'am has also been awarded Bharat Jyoti Award by India International Friendship Society for outstanding performance and meritorious service in education. Ma'am, we are very glad to have you here. I would like to request Dr. Nalini Patil ma'am to felicitate our moderator, Dr. Anjali Karolia. Anjali ma'am, would you like to sit here? Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, let us invite our first institute to present the Green Initiative. But before that, I would like to inform that we'll be giving only 10 minutes to present the Green Initiative. I hope all the institutions will follow this. So I would like to invite the first institution, Sophia Shri B.K. Somani Polytechnic, and I would like to invite Dr. Jignasa Shah to present their Green Initiative.
Thank you, Malika. Very good afternoon to everyone. And yes, I will not take much time of yours, but our journey for green fashion began from Green Fashion Conference. And we are very, very grateful to Dr. Manju Hundekar and the entire team of SOFT for giving us a chance and being every year to this conference. So I do remember first time when I came, when the first conference happened in Mumbai, and I had come to present my paper. And then I was so impressed, and I'm like, oh, there is a world which exists, which talks about sustainability, because my whole PhD was on that. And from that time onwards, we are associated with Green Fashion India. And after that, there was nothing to look back. And so every year we make it a point that we come for Prelude and also the conference in great numbers. All our students also take part. And so that's how we started. Can I start with the presentation, please? So, as we have heard from so many eminent speakers, like say Benjamin Itar, then Rahul Bajekar sir, and like that, many speakers, every year we hear them. And then we go back with lot of sincerity, and we have actually practiced all of them. It's not just attending the conference, but at institute level, we have started. So we have made a lot of changes in the institute, because sustainability is to do something with the lifestyle. So the whole campus okay, sorry. It's still not playing? All right. So we have done certain changes to the campus. You know, we started with, this is a decomposter which we bought. We also started segregating our dry and wet garbage. We have also installed solar panel to reduce our energy bills, and we have also done a rainwater harvesting. So these are the changes we have done to our campus. With the students, we have, it's not only in the apparel, but like we have planned many activities. We draw out the calendar for the entire year. And so even this year on 13th of August, we did a tree plantation activity. We tied up with different NGOs. They showed them the importance of planting tree, how to plant the tree. And this year we have planted around 40 trees. We also did a cleanliness drive at Juhu Beach just after the Ganpati festival. And I think even Mr. Narendra Modi had tweeted, and they had thanked all the youngsters to do that activity. We also have organized a lot of activities at the students' level. We asked them to do the posters talking about this is about Azadi's Amrit Mahotsav. Then we also organized a quiz where we wanted to show them, like ask them the questions related to our country. We also did, this is the posters, we asked them to make it for awareness of the sustainability. In fact, we have introduced the curriculum at Maharashtra State Board level, where all the students from Maharashtra State are studying this subject called ethical sourcing and sustainability. And not only that, we have also developed e-content program. You know, so it contains a lot of videos, presentations, and the whole curriculum is there. Under this curriculum, students make sustainable collection. So this curriculum is comprised of 5 chapters. It starts from alternative fibers, and then we talk about the sustainability in product process. Then we also talk about the evaluation part, what is the life cycle assessment of the product, what has been there, talk about fast fashion, it talks about be vocal to local. This was also one of the collection specially designed during this Azadi's Amrut Mahotsav this year for 17th of August. Again, it's a sustainable collection. And yeah, so like that, many activities throughout the year we plan. And I would also like to show you a small video, which will also show you the glimpse of the activities which have been conducted. So where students have also done a nukkad play, just because we are just trying constantly to bring this awareness at various platforms, and so that we can reach out to the consumer, and then they will identify the sustainable products, and they will also understand which are the original sustainable products and the fake products. We also did at the institute level their calculation for carbon footprint. We made each student to calculate that. And yes, the annual fashion show of our graduating students also was in 2019. In fact, we did, in collaboration with Green Fashion, we organized a conference, and then we also did a fashion show. Now, earlier we were doing fashion show only for just showcasing the creativity, but I am so grateful to Green Fashion Conference that it has given us the meaning. So it's not only to showcase the creativity, but along with that, they also meet a lot of people. And in 2019 also, they went to different artisans, they sat with them, they got their designs, contemporary version, and then they have showcased the collection. And this is a regular practice. This year also our second year students went to different artisans for the craft documentation, and they come back with lot of good memory, and they make it a point that they use it in their collections. So I would like to show the video. Can I have the video, please? The sound.
Ratio of the national flag of India. The length, okay. The length, vertical and horizontal. Suppose the length, that's the vertical is 2 feet, what will the horizontal be? Absolutely correct. 10 point there is the national flag hoisted from at the national hoisting flag. Sorry? Okay, 10 points.
It's a golden story of high politics, and all I can say is the
So, thank you. So we always make it a point to learn sustainability and practice it throughout the year and all around the activities. And again, we are grateful to Green Fashion India for giving this knowledge, this platform, and opportunity to practice this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing this insight and your initiative. I'm sure there is lots to learn from each other. I would now like to invite Dr. Pratima Goel, Associate Professor, College of Home Science, Nirmala Niketan, Mumbai, to present their green initiative.
A very good afternoon to each one of you present here. Yes, Green Fashion is a platform for each one of us to grow. Every time we come here, there's so much that we take back, not only as educators, but the installation which further goes into the society, because all the academicians or even the industry that is present over here carries this information far and wide. So, okay. Let's talk about the sustainable practices of College of Home Science, Nirmala Niketan, which is situated in Mumbai. Few of the initiatives we have penned down. One is the Swadeshi Swag, Paramparik Karigar workshops. The workshops and seminars which are based on sustainability are study tours, where we take our students to various artisans in the field. Also they go, and exhibitions which are held, and we participate in this exhibition. Also sustainable community work, rural as well as tribal extension work that is done, and the Zambori fashion show. These are a few of the things. A quick run into each one of them. Yeah, Swadeshi Swag. So every week on Mondays, we have this, what we call as a Swadeshi Swag Day, where every student and teacher, we build up a theme, whether it is batik, tie-and-dye, or it can be an ikat, or it can be kantha. So any of the traditional art and craft we take, we make a flyer and float it in college, and everybody on Monday is dressed in traditional textiles, and we talk about it. So the textile department is really looked up to for that, and this is our little step, baby step that we have taken as a department to make sure the artisans are well known, the craft is well known, and it sustains through generations ahead. Yes, Paramparik Karigars. We are lucky enough that in Mumbai we do have the Paramparik Karigars who come, who are national as well as international award winners. And we invite them in college to carry out workshops for our students and also take them for these exhibitions of Paramparik Karigars. So our students get acquainted with them, they learn the art, they use this art in the fashion shows as well as the regular garments or products that they are developing. So it is a big exposure and a very important exposure for our students. Also, we organize different workshops as well as seminars which are based on sustainable practice. Just recently we had two. One was Trash to Treasure, where we invited that the industrial waste that is there, how you can convert them into beautiful jackets or dupattas or clothing or bedspreads, so home decors as well as apparel. So it does not terminate just at inviting people. We also encourage our students to make product related to it. So it is into practice that we put. Another very beautiful thing that we had was, yes, natural dye. I think most of the almost all institutes related to fashion do practice. But here we had the novel techniques where we invited an expert in natural dye, and we had a demonstration of various novel techniques in natural dyes, and then products were developed based on that. Yes, when we plan our educational tour, our main focus is how much can we expose our student to the artisans, to the beautiful art and craft of India. So whether it is going to Kutch, or whether it is going to Orissa, or to Aurangabad, or Hyderabad. So different places every year we take our students. So it's not only the industry, but we also make it a point to take them to the traditional place, the place where the traditional arts and crafts are developed. Another important thing where we have is participation in national as well as international exhibitions. And yes, HGH is coming very soon to Mumbai, that is 13th to 16th. Where they are international exhibitors, and they have seen our work, and they even in the past they have offered us a stall to display the products, and we keep it on sustainability. That is one of our focus. This is a previous one where we took the thrash of denim and we developed sustainable products, and many orders did come from the buyers who were more into sustainable products. So this year again we have a theme and we are working towards it. To those in Mumbai on 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th are most welcome to come and join us. It's at Goregaon Sports Club. Yes, yes. We always say what you learn in the four walls. If you just keep it in the four walls, it's a degree that you achieve. But if you take it beyond the four walls, is what is human. That is where we are going to create more of learning and more of awareness. So one of the focus of our institute is upliftment of women. As similar in lines with whether it is SNDT or whether it is MKSSS. And here, and even Sapphire for that matter. So here every week, our students go to the urban slums and teach the women and the young girls different sustainable products. So even our students are not spending on the material. They take it out from their own homes, they send a list. If they don't have, then our students carry the material and they train them. And yes, it is not only training them into art and craft, but also we have a sale of these products for them. So they also become entrepreneurs and very creative, because every time we reach there, the next round, Didi, next time hame ye sikhana na. So that shows their involvement, and that is very beautiful. Yes, so urban slum is viable every week. Difficult, but we make it viable for our students, and our students are very, very strong mentally and physically, and very enthusiastic and motivated, and that's how we can achieve so many things. Again, rural or tribal extension. So what we do is, every year we have for 4 to 5 days in a year where the students go to the rural areas or the tribal area, and we have a connect point. So they tell us kya seekhna hai ab ki baar, and that's how we teach, whether it's tie and dye or screen printing or applique work, jewelry making, bag making. Also last time they wanted to learn plazos, so we teach them all that. Yeah, fashion shows, the Zambori fashion show. Again, the core of our fashion show, if you come for it, it's very different from the other fashion show. And how is it different? I'll just say a few points over here. One, they are wearable garments. They are very economical garments. Our fashion show, if you really want to, I'll tell you, they'll say, a child may spend maximum 2,000 rupees for a fashion show. So that is the level for the whole collection. When we say collection, she is making a Indian wear for women, she is making a Indian wear or a Western wear for men and for a child. So that is the collection, not three of a collection kind of a thing. So that is the kind of economics that we look into in terms of sustainability. Plus, students walk the ramp themselves. That means they conceive the design, they construct the design, and they walk the ramp themselves. We have a very inclusive pattern. There is nothing like body shaming in terms of whether you're short, tall, dark. We find beauty in everything, and that child who is constructing the design is the one who walks the ramp. So no models are involved over here. And the garments are also where we encourage them to have certain themes, whether it is a traditional art and craft, or it can be the cuts that are traditional, or in terms of refurbished garment, what you can see in the second one, it is a refurbished garment. So garment which was already existing, which has become short or somebody is not wearing, converting them into a refurbished garment. Yeah? Yes. Okay, curriculum content and research initiatives. Yes, in our curriculum, now it has become mandatory, as well as we keep revising, because ours is the only college under University of Mumbai. So we have the freedom to design our syllabus. So we have environment and sustainable related subjects. We have a lot of research which is done related to upcycling of waste, and sustainability, again research which is based on processing, dyeing and finishing using sustainable or natural material, and environment as well as sustainable researches are done. Let's see a few of them. You can see over here, it begins when they're babies. That means when they come into our hands at first year BSc level itself, we start introducing them. As remember, we were talking about equity, where we encourage the human values, the community values, which are so important for sustainability right at first year BSc. In second year, the environmental ethics, which are again very important for a student to understand. And we have at the graduation and the post-graduation levels, many subjects where it is all depending whether it is a product development or even subjects of management, which talks about environmental consideration of entrepreneurial ventures. And yes, beautiful products. As I said, even for the exhibition, what we are doing is sustainable products that we are going in. So it is all designed by the students from sustainable materials. Again, we encourage them in our value added or value addition through finishes to use eco-friendly chemicals and dyes, so that students, it's just not finishing. Even for bleaching and all, we try using the eco-friendly bleaches. So that is, even stain removal, we use the eco-friendly method. Okay, we can all read through this. Research dissertations, where we use the natural processing, dyeing and finishing, where you can see the dyeing of coir, banana, pineapple, cotton with natural dyes, or whether it is bleaching of cotton and its blends, or handmade paper using dyeing it with natural dyes. Again, how do you identify natural dyes? So it is an important study which has been conducted, translating the beautiful motifs of whether it is a Varli, Madhubani, Kalamkari onto textile products in the form of appliques, embroideries, painting or weaving, and post-consumer clothing waste from textile industry, which has been taken up as a research in the past. Even many of the traditional, whether it is a padka, gamosa, or even a lungi fabric, being converted into fashion garments. So encouraging students into those fields. Then when we talk about the environment and sustainability, the major concentration again over here is, as you can read the topic, plastic bags to cloth bags, the game changer for tribal empowerment. So again, a beautiful study was done, developing bioplastic, creating eco-consciousness through natural fabrics and remodel garments amongst the youth, the perception of current generation on saris, sustainable menstruation economics, environment, health and hygiene, sustainable jewelry making from plastic, upcycling sari, using waterless dyeing method, then solar bag for energy availability and mobility, responsible consumption and production, that is can is in fashion, but a lot of material goes, and there's a lot of flex which gets thrown. So we use flex material and develop cans out of it, and then wardrobe swapping or designing of apparel and home textile using 3D technology. So we have an amalgamation of the very traditional as well as the modern art, and using supercritical fluid carbon dioxide for dyeing. That's it. Okay, Vishaka says we don't go further. A few more slides and those we have shortened. So that is Nirmala Niketan talking about sustainability, and we want to carry to every heart and mind what is sustainability. Degree everybody gets, but getting aware of it and practicing it is something that we do. And yes, all other initiatives, but beautifully Jigna ma'am did mention about it, whether it was solar panel or waste segregation, or whether it is having the tree plantation, all that is part and parcel of our college. We believe in the same ethos. So that is it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Up next, I would like to invite Dr. Madhu Sharan, Associate Professor at the MS University of Baroda, to present their green initiative. Ma'am, I request you to kindly follow the time.
I knew that that will come to me now, so I'll be sticking to 10 minutes only. Good afternoon to everyone, each one present here. And Himadri, sir, we are missing you for your comments and suggestions. First of all, I would like to tell you that we belong to a university, like our setup is something different from the colleges, and we are a department in the faculty of the Maharaja Sayaji Rao University of the Baroda. So many green initiatives are taken care at the center level, and since I have been given only 10 minutes, so I will be sticking to the green initiatives taken by our department. Our department, I think, is the oldest one of all the institutes present here, and we have 2 undergraduate program, one MSc, Masters in Clothing and Textiles, and PhD program. And also we have one Institute of Fashion Technology, where department is running 2 degree program and 1 postgraduate diploma program. So can we start our presentation? So these are, when I was going through this key, from where we have started this sustainability, I could not find that. Means it was going back. So since long time, I think this sustainability has been in our curriculum, in our department, but I think documentation under sustainability was not there. So I have taken the initiatives which we have taken since last few years I have just taken, and I am thankful to our mentors, including Professor Anjali Karolia ma'am, for guiding us, for giving us suggestions, for motivating us to take topics like this, and we are just going ahead with the topics and other programs. Can we, the next one? So according to us in our department, we see sustainability, which includes economic, environment, and society. Next one. Next one. Next week. So in our department, we take care of this sustainability through 6 areas. That is in the area of designing, research, projects, curriculum, seminars, and in-house textile museum we have. So these are the 6 basic areas where we take sustainability into consideration. Next. If I take designing, some examples in the designing. Next one. So in designing, sustainability is taught or learned through type of the materials which are being used, minimal designing, zero waste, minimal waste, reuse, recycle, upcycling, the use of non-conventional materials, commercially viable designs, and best out of waste. So all these things are taught to the students when they are doing designing. So from the first step, when they are making mood boards, these concepts are being imbibed, and every time, like for each batch, we have some theme which is related to sustainability, and all these things are being taken up in the department in last few years. Next. So these are some of the examples where students have incorporated those things. So these are different collections. Some are by reusing, some are by utilizing with the minimum waste or the zero waste. And like this one is the walk the trash. Next one. These are some of other designs, like this transformation pace to the sustainability. Like this can be used in 5 ways, like 5 purposes. The first design, and then we have another design, another collection. Can we go to next one? This is another which they have taken inspiration and designed the garments. So all these garments, when they design, they are working for 2 years on this. They start from designing, like they will start with the theme, with the mood board, and in second year they will have their product, and these all are showcased as the RAM show at the end of the year. Next one. These are the office wear garments designed by PhD students also. Next one. Another set of designs. Next one, Vita. The second one, that is research. Next one. So researchers, normally we classify them under 3 categories. I can classify researchers which has been done at master's level and PhD levels under 3 categories. One is for the craft. In craft, normally we take documentation of the crafts, design interventions, product development, and training. All these leads to traditional knowledge system, sensitizing the students towards the sustainability or the traditional systems, sustainability, and conserving and preserving languishing arts and crafts. So these are the major things which they learn from the researchers, what they do it. Next one. So these are the few of the researches we have just completed in last 2-3 years. So this is regarding the documentation of the craft, and further they have taken it as a product development or as a skill development or training to the masses. Next one. In textiles, normally we cover minor fibers. In minor fibers, to find out the new resources, find out the chemical-free processes to keep, how to keep a check on effluent or what is it is affecting, how it is affecting, exploring eco-friendly materials for processing. Then another major area is our natural dyes, to find out the new sources for the natural dyes, modification of the dyes for the better results, and find out the newer substrate for using those natural dyes. So these are the basic areas. So like we think that natural resources exist naturally without any human intervention, and it can be renewed, replenished easily, and some renewable things which cannot be replenished. So keeping this in mind, we teach our students, and these all things are incorporated in our research topics and research processes. Next one. So these are some of the examples of the minor fibers which we have experimented at our department. That is banana fiber, sisal, rami, sugarcane bagasse, lotus, pineapple, brassica, okra. So this we have finished, almost finished all these researches, and there are some others which we are experimenting on. Next one. So these are the titles of the researches which has been carried out under textiles. So some of these topics which has been completed recently. Next one, Vita. And our department has been recognized at different levels also, and I have just put some of the snippets here, like I can say in the national newspapers, in the regional paper, in the eastern, one is from Manipur, one is from Gujarat, and even on the Twitter also. So we have got recognition at different platforms at national level, and also our students have won prizes for the presentation of their research work at international level, which were related to sustainability. Then some projects also we have taken up. These are the some 4 projects which have been completed recently, and which was for teaching, going to the community and skill development of the rural ladies or the suburban people. Next one. For curriculum, we have sustainability in curriculum also. So at UG level, we have, I've just taken out some of the courses which we are teaching, which are directly dealing with the sustainability. That is for the historic textiles, Indian costumes, textile manufacture and design, traditional math, where we teach all these things, development of spinning, traditional methods of spinning and weaving. Then we have surface ornamentation and creative thinking. At PG level, that is for masters, we have traditional textiles of India, traditional costumes and culture, fabric manufacture and design, and our students go for internship where whatever they have learned or whatever they have missed out, that industrial level, they get experience in the industry when they are doing internship. And at PhD level, we have coursework for ethics also. So they learn ethics in their coursework for the PhD. Then these are some of the activities and participation that is outside the department. So students, they go out, they attend workshop, they conduct workshop, and we have field placement also where they are teaching. So we teach them, and then they become teacher and they teach the mass. Next one. So these are some of the workshops, human-centric design challenge outcomes. Then we have workshop on batik. Next one. Field trips also to give them exposure to the grassroots level, to interact with the grassroots level and what actually is happening in the society. Next 1 minute. And we have this special feature of our department. Kalakruti is the exhibition where we exhibit all the products made by the student, and it is for sale also, and it is open for the community. Anybody can come there, see the exhibition, and they can buy products. And since last 2 years, like we were not able to do this exhibition, and I have got many this thing. People are asking, when are you having your exhibition? So I have to give them date also now. Next one. So not only this, we have worked, we had MOUs for the skill development. We are with the ATDC. Then we have self-help training for the self-help groups for clothing construction. Then we are doing co-design also. And we have MOU with Somaya Kala Vidyalaya, Kutch. And then exhibition and demonstration of the crafts. Some of the collaborations for our department. So we have collaborated with these SDC, that Aditya Birla, then with Somaya Kala Vidyalaya, NABARD. And now coming to seminars, we are conducting, like we are propagating this sustainability through seminars also. 2 main I have put up here. We had both the international seminars. One is with the International Textile and Costume Congress, and one we had with this only Green Fashions Wala, which was in Baroda. I think all of you have attended that. Next one. Another important thing which is an specific, I can say the specific characteristics of our department, that we have got a museum, textile museum in the department, which is must for teaching student, making them aware about our culture, our traditional heritage. And so here we have in our museum, we have, next. We have a good collection of 144 artifacts under woven textiles, 52 in printed textiles, 48 in resist printed textiles, 97 garments, and just a minute, better just go back. And Anjali ma'am has taken pains, I can say that, and she has come up with a book in which all these things, there is a description of these things also in that book. So this is the book which is in 2 volumes. And 1 department publication where we have the artifacts noted down in that. Next 1 minute. But for us, in our department, interpretation of sustainable development, I think we can get answer for these things in this deliberations, that is, who sets the value or standards for sustainable development, rich countries or poor? What are these values and norms? Are they universally acceptable? How and who should implement them? How should they be implemented? And what level should they be implemented? This is the answer we would like to have answered here in this seminar, international. That's all from our department. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I would now like to invite Ms. Saili Naik, faculty, BN College of Architecture, Pune, to present their green initiative. Ma'am, we have to be really very quick because VC ma'am is already waiting for us online. Thank you.
Can you start with the presentation? So, hello everyone. Good afternoon to all. Myself, Saili Naik. We are Dr. Bhanuben College of Nanavati, Architecture, Pune. We are a 28 years old architectural institute under Maharshi Karve Stri Shikshan Sanstha. We are only research center for architecture in India for women in architecture, having the state-of-art digital fabrication lab that has a laser cutting bay, 3D printing bay, CNC milling bay, and a KUKA KR36 axis robotic bay for architectural prototyping. We are the only institute in the country to have a university-affiliated M-Arch post-graduation program in digital architecture and with the state infrastructure for the women. We have demonstrated an intent to further our research towards creating a digital pipeline of design, analysis, production, and fabrication of clay raw earth to produce resilient architectural envelopes that are insulating and structurally viable. With automation and industry 4.0, it's incumbent on us to research in appropriation of digital fabrication so that its benefits can be leveraged equitably in India. Clay 3D printing towards making non-standard building blocks in situ resilient clay construction allows us to foray into lean construction. So what is lean construction? The lean ideal is to give customers that they want what they want instantly with minimal waste remains different to achieve with contemporary construction methods. Yeah. So, robotic clay 3D printing. Clay, earth, mud is easily available all over the world. The material has major potential for circular design and automation for abundance. Once a print is no longer needed, it can be rehydrated and reprinted as long as it's not been fired. The importance of material chosen for this additive manufacturing research is not related only to the unlimited existing quantity, but also to decrease the emerging degree of embodied energy within the fabrication process, transportation hazards, and production independent of electricity and greenhouse effects. Next up, use of clay is associated with traditional techniques and adobe rammed earth CACB blocks in India. These traditional techniques are excellent legacy in this type of sustainable construction methods. But the challenges in these are poor width to height ratio, lack of structural resilience, height in maintenance, and labor intensive, and which are very difficult to mass produce. So how do we address these challenges? By using computational design that allows us to design, analyze material resilience and environmental performance, and which allows us to mass customize construction to suit various scales. The MArch Department of Digital Architecture at BNCA is exploring new boundaries of 3D printed clay extrusions by experimenting in a novel conception, design, analysis, and fabrication. So we have successfully conducted research in using raw earth for robotic 3D printing in conception design, parametric modeling, simulation of printability, prototyping, testing, and scaling. Next is a research project on introduction of natural fiber, which is jute, to reinforce and improve the verticality of robotically 3D printed clay extrusions done in India. 3D printing technology provides the control and accuracy to ease the transition from digital to physical modeling. Without the necessity of developing hands-on skills, intricate and complex digital models can be materialized. Current advancement in 3D printing technologies bring wide range of applications from rapid prototyping to product manufacturing. There are 4 steps that configure a 3D clay printing setup. material mixing, filling of material, nozzle control and extrusion. So this particular research concentrates on the role of geometry and materiality as a composite research body towards achieving workable 3D extrusions done in Indian premise with local clay. While doing this research, there are different material attributes which are considered, which are clay consistency and material shrinkage. Clay is a naturally occurring material composed of fine-grained minerals which shows plasticity at appropriate water contents and becomes harder when dried or fired. Next up is our very own industry academia collaboration research with Wienerberger India Private Limited on robotically 3D printed self-shading wall. The research team includes Associate Professor Deva Prasad as the lead researcher along with myself and Assistant Professor Amar Shetty as co-researchers, facilitated and guided by our director, Dr. Anurag Kashyap sir, principal at BNCA. The aim here is to optimize robotic clay extrusions to develop a seamless construction technique that demonstrates the efficiency of material and climatic performance. We intend to pursue this research through the rubric of lean technology. This research sets out to demonstrate the use of designing customizable clay facades that provides passive cooling. The research project combines computational design, computational analysis, and robotic clay 3D printing. In this research, the proliferation of these interlocking modules will be used to create the global geometry of self-shading wall. This is a 10 feet by 10 feet wall with approximately 350 modules. Each module is unique here, so the folds on the facade generate around 40 to 50% of shading. Next is a research done by our alumni, Radhika Dhavlikar, on evaporative cooling tiles. This is a well-designed self-watering system. In this system, the water from upper reservoir is seeped into the hydrogel balls through channels and later on collected at the lower reservoir. The design is such that it holds the hydrogel balls properly, and with the use of sensors, the water content in these hydrogel balls is monitored. There is no need of continuous watering system to keep the clay tiles cool. Use of hydrogel helps here in reducing the evaporative losses. By using this system, almost 8 to 9 degrees temperature difference is recorded from outdoor to indoor spaces. Next. Now we'll look into the other directions to pursue in robotic clay 3D printing. Sorry? Yeah, just two slides. Realization of load-bearing earthen structures. IAC Institute of Advanced Architecture, Catalonia, Barcelona, Spain, and WASP are developing new 3D printing strategies towards the realization of load-bearing earthen structures. The prototype 1:1 represents a wall portion of 40 centimeter thick with timber elements interlocked, providing support for stairs and floor structures. Next, we are now looking at a funicular floor by Block Research Group. The solution is inspired by built examples in tile vaulting, in which thin walls are stiffened by diaphragms, also called spandrel walls. In the present structure, this structural system is implemented and constructed in concrete to achieve an extreme thinness of about 2 centimeters in case of this prototype for both vault and ribs to resist asymmetrical loading. Just last slide. Okay. Last slide. Sure. Last slide. This is a 30 square meter 3D printed house, Gaia, using a new crane wasp technology with natural material from surrounding area, used from surrounding area. It was printed on site in Italian region in 2018. They state that if the building isn't maintained, it will turn back into the soil. So the mixture is here, rice husk is used in the mixture while printing, and to create a plaster for coating and structures internal walls and as a layer of insulation to its roof. They only took 10 days to complete this project, so yeah, it was very quick. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for inviting us here.
Thank you so much. I would now like to request Ms. Anuradha Ramesh, Lead Coordinator M Design, SVT College of Home Science, Mumbai, to present their green initiative. Ma'am, are you there? Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes. Ma'am, I request you to kindly follow the time because Pro VC ma'am is already waiting for us online.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Definitely. A warm good evening to all of you, and thank you for giving us an opportunity to present Sir Vatalda Sakarse College of Home Science, where we have a bachelor's program in textiles and fashion design, as well as the master's program in M Design Fashion Design. The green initiatives that we have followed for our particular programs, mostly we will be focusing on similar aspects as has been discussed by the other esteemed faculty members of the other colleges. And I would like to just share my screen. Is the PowerPoint visible?
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Thank you. So green initiatives in design education is offered by Sir Vatalda Sakarse College of Home Science, Autonomous at Trinity Women's University. We also have taken initiative to include it in the curriculum for both our bachelor's as well as our master program. And we do focus on research and the achievements that we have got on the basis of the students' work. Our students have, as part of their curriculum, different research projects on the basis of zero waste, upcycling, recycling projects, assignments that has been provided to them on the curriculum, and we would like to showcase what our students have also achieved and what we would like to promote as practices of as green practices and sustainable practices. Our students have done the upcycling of waste bottles in fashion, which was presented in the Avishkar University competition, and our student has won the first level of Avishkar in Mumbai University in Kalina, which was organized, and it was a very welcome idea. And other students of a bachelor's program as well as a master's program has been, we are showcasing here is the zero waste pattern cutting, where we are trying to eliminate the pre-consumer fabric waste and pattern cutting. Another research project that was taken by the student under the faculty guidance, and another student who has also worked on making fashionable articles from different waste yarns that is generated in provision stores, what we call as local kirana ki dukan, and how does she collect it, and those fibers have also been tested for their efficacy and in terms of making fashionable articles out of those particular waste materials that is generated. Also, the students, we encourage participation of our students in various activities and events, keeping in mind the sustainability aspects of practice, and it is a theme that was given to them on a specific competition, which is from scrap to red carpet, and they were given a time of about 2 hours to work on this particular design, and they were able to win the first prize on this particular competition. Our students have also participated in competitions that has been held by Nirmala Niketan College, even in by Soft Pune, where we had participated and showcased ideas that was there for green accessory design or upcycling of and recycling of textile waste for sustainable textiles and fashionable products. So this is also a way of encouraging their students to bring out the ideas in discussion with their mentors and how they can take this forward, which will help the consumers as well as the planet for a sustainable future. Other activities which we like to promote for our students, bachelor's as well as for the master's program, is participating in various other different competitions. In terms of assignments that is given, here we can see an assignment of a student who has made a garment from tangram, which is again an aspect for zero waste. How she has done the garment on the basis of using tangram as her inspiration, and she has done the garment for a fashion show in this particular aspect. For waste that has been generated from scrap, using traditional techniques for making different types of articles, which is more fashionable, both for export as well as for regional use and national use. These sets of assignments have also been given to our students, and their creativity in these matters is immense and humongous, and how many ideas they come up with creativity for doing the sustainable aspects is very commendable. Intra-collegiate festivals, we do have a focus on sustainability also, where we do give them designs where they could come out with garments that has been designed, as the student has won a first prize of a dress designed by the card paper, and she's actually wearing it and showcasing the garment. So we have the inclusion of all these various factors in the sustainability of inclusion of sustainability in our intra-collegiate as well as intercollegiate festivals. We also encourage visits. We also encourage participation in exhibitions where our sustainable products that has been developed by the students have been showcased. Visits to the industries, dyeing units, production management factories, where student understands the process, analyzes the flow, and identifies the points where the waste can be generated and probable solutions that can be arrived for the practices that can be improved for this. After the visits, the assignment has been given to them on the basis of how these processes can be included, and sometimes suggestions are also given to the respective industries. Workshops has also been organized for creative draping techniques where minimum waste can be generated, computer-generated workshops where again zero waste as well as sustainable use of textiles in terms of the garments design has also been conducted. We have people from the industry.
Ma'am, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Ma'am, I'm so sorry
Yes,
to
ma'am.
interrupt. We are running behind the time. Can we please wind up?
Yes. So these are some of the workshops that we have done. We also have done on the basis of interactions with our artisans, where students go meet the artisans in the craft, design products, and this is just an example. And intervention also to the artisans have been given to them. So other features in our curriculum which is having emphasis on green practices, we conduct competitions, interactions with traditional artisans as has been told, community outreach programs both for rural as well as urban community. We do focus on range development by students with element of sustainability, organize fashion show and exhibitions, Kalash, which is our exhibition, expert talks, visit industry, participation in exhibitions is all the features that we try to develop green practices and sustainable practices. Thank you for your time, and thank you for giving an opportunity for showcasing this particular in the program organized by SOFT. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So we have witnessed the green practices from all the institutes present here, and being the pioneer, SOFT also has exhibited the green practices right at the craft village, and I'm sure all of you must have taken a look at it. So I would also like to request our head of the departments, our motivators, to kindly join the stage. Can I request Mr. Suresh Karare and Ms. Garima Bala ma'am to please join on stage?
Yes, good.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us have a big round of applause to all these head of the departments representing the green practices from their institutions and being the motivators, inspirations for green fashion.
Great. No.
I'll just...
No.
Himadri sir, can we have a quick review from you?
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes, perfectly audible, sir.
I am quite impressed by the development of these institutions. But what I didn't, I'm trying to talk about the UNESCO Sustainable Development Goal, number 4, which is ESD, that is Education for Sustainable Development. Here I look at a child, right from children to everyone. The crisis is very huge, and what we are trying to do is, in our fashion, we are really consuming a lot of non-sustainable products. I just one example, I'm talking about the carbon level, the global warming. Now, in the global warming, let's say, we reached a 1.25 degree global warming in 2017, and we are expected to reach 1.5 degree more by 2040. So now, this is something which we have to, in all education institutes, we have to teach. The global warming is much bigger problem of the carbon emission. And what the world is trying to do is to urgently take steps to bring down the carbon emission to 0 by 2055. I think that is the goal we should also go in for. So I do agree that we have come a long way by this green fashion, but I think we have a long, long way further. Thank you very much. And regarding I think if I give you a review of Jignesh told us a lot of things what she has been doing, which is quite remarkable. But what I saw from the architecture, it's Pune Architecture College, digital architecture, I think it's a very interesting area where the future of government also lies in something similar, where presentation should be in VR and AI also has to be incorporated. So I am quite happy that all these institutions are going forward. They're not going backwards. Thank you very much for inviting me here.
Okay, so as we come to the end of this session, we have heard 6 departments talk about the work being done on sustainability. 5 of them from the textile, apparel and design sector, and one very interesting one, as Professor Himadri also said, from architecture. It's really sorry to have you speed up, but I think it was, exactly what we were talking about, technology for sustainability. So I think that is the way forward, even for the textile industry. And when we say technology, I know in crafts we always have this big gap that whether we should be putting technology into our hand crafts. There's always a big debate about it. But I think as we move forward, I don't think we need to leave them behind in technology. There is something that we need to think about, at least some of their processes, if they can be made quicker, easier for them to, and more as far as quality also goes. So that's just an opinion, maybe that. But what I take back from all what we have heard over here is in 3 main areas. One, in of course the curriculum, which I think everybody is moving towards, and they are incorporating the sustainability practice into all the courses that they teach, which we all debated upon and talked about even yesterday. I think that is a common practice, and most institutions are moving towards it. And especially with the NEP coming now, I think everybody is even geared up more towards it. The second one is in research. And I think over here in research, what we really see, and there were some of them who are the departments that have a stronger base in research because of the years of since they've had that PhDs and master's programs in their institutions, is that it is mainly in two main areas where the work is moving towards now. One, you see it in your apparel, which is mainly to do with design. And a lot of people talk about zero waste. A lot of people talk about how the industry or the apparel industry needs to look into it, which we saw even in the last presentation that was there, that there was the apparel industry that they also looked into, and how they could have less waste, or what waste comes out from the apparel industry, how to reutilize it. So it's always a thing of the reuse, the recycle, the upscaling, and there are all these words and the terminologies which are doing the rounds everywhere. So, but I think finally when we think about it, we should really question ourselves as to, are these practices just because we want to say that we are doing something sustainable in a project or in a research or in any action project that is being taken up, or is it something which will influence the community, the individual, and at the end the nation at large? So I think we first need to be true to ourselves in understanding what this whole, and whether we really are moving towards sustainable practices. Because it's a huge term. It's not something that is just to do with, if I don't waste the fabric here, I've become sustainable. That's not what the whole this thing is. So as a whole, we need to look at it as a whole. And I also feel one more point here, which it's a good platform to share it because we have so many institutes here. When we have this graph documentation, I always feel that there has to be something more than just the documentation. It has to be how you're going to be affecting, or how you are going to be improving. I don't even want to use the word improving, but how you could help out with the artisans. It's not just in product development over there or a design intervention. It's also, I think, the technology which needs to be given to them. So if I'm doing something with them, maybe we could have a training program with them about, in clusters, about the latest now, the social media. I think that is one platform that they are pretty familiar. Everybody has a phone. So I think that is something, this digital education may just be one of the factors in which quality, another very, very important factor, which, you could have your design, your training programs in. So do give back to the artisan community in a not more of what the student wants, but more what they want. I think that is what is, something that we all need to look at. So at the end, I'm not going to take more time because there is no time, I'm sorry. And so I conclude, and thank you very much, everyone, for all your presentations. I think each one of them had something to give. And I love that one of the weekly, what was it, which swag? Swadeshi swag. I think that's something that maybe all our colleges could, think about. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, Himadri sir, for being here with us today. I would like to request our IT team to kindly click a photograph with all the HODs over here. We will not be taking any tea break because we are running behind the schedule, and we will be immediately starting with the valedictory session. Thank you so much, all the head of the departments, and we are looking forward for more green practices from all of you. Thank you. A very good evening, everyone. I'm glad to welcome you all for the valedictory session of the 9th Green Fashion India 2022, a prelude which is powered by SNDT Women's University. Ladies and gentlemen, last 2 days of interaction, keynotes, workshops, and an intellectual exchange which has just happened has brought a new dimension and a new vision to the Green Fashion India initiative. In short, we all have experienced the power of coming together to have a change in the society. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very pleased to have with us, I would like to invite them on the stage. We have Chief Guest Professor Ruby Ojha, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai. Ma'am is present with us online. A very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you.
We have Guest of Honor, Mr. Ravindra Dev, Chairman, MKSSS. Sir, I would like to request you to join us on the stage. We have special guest, Mr. Milind Lele, Trustee and Management Committee Member, MKSSS. Sir will be joining us shortly. We have special guest Dr. Nalini Patil, Dean Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai. Ma'am, I request you to kindly join us on stage. And we have Dr. M. Hundekar, GFI Secretary and Principal SOFT. I would like to invite Dr. Hundekar to extend the welcome.
Good evening. Hello. Yeah, good evening. Almost after exhaustive sessions since yesterday, this is the concluding session we have come up to. And I'm so glad that Professor Ruby Ojha, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor, SNDT Women's University, Mumbai, has joined us for this valedictory session. Usually, during this valedictory session, we announce about certain things that how the next conference is going to be. But prior to that, I would like to acknowledge and thank SNDT Women's University, Mumbai, all their officials, all universities and colleges present, all executive committee members, all keynote speakers present here for their wonderful inputs and support. Students, it is very important to have your participation, active participation, and that we have witnessed for so long. This time I could see that it has reduced to a great extent. We have to improve upon it. Usually we announce the program, but when I had a word with our chairman and VC ma'am, it is that we are going to take ahead this wonderful concept of lifestyle design for social sustainability, but we will be coming up in a new way with very interesting activities and with more and more interactive sessions. With this, I would like to say that October 2023 would be definitely a conference is going to take place. However, we are looking at a very different format altogether. It was institutional representation which used to be there. Now we are going to have reunion. The reunion concept is the colleges will have their own groups, and every group, like one group will have a person from different colleges, industry and communities, and they are going to work on a specific concept or specific sub-themes. So it is very essential that instead of, working individually, we should come together in a different format, and that is what we say as social cohesion. If we want to have ourselves as an example in front of everyone, we should practice that. I'm sure on behalf of our management and SNDT Women's University authorities, I take this opportunity that this conference is going to be more meaningful. We are going to have more and more partners, universities and institutes where we will collaborate with international organizations also to make this most influential. I'm not going to take much time. Mallika, over to you. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are very glad to have with us as the chief guest of the valedictory session, Professor Ruby Oja. With dynamic contribution in the field of education for last more than 30 years, ma'am has been actively involved in education development and management under the university to establish new courses with new education fields. Ma'am, a very warm welcome to you again. We have with us guest of honor, Mr. Ravindra Dev, Chairman Maharshi Karve Stri Shikshan Sanstha. With an extensive experience in the field of art and advertising, Sir has been serving in various capacities in renowned forums such as Vice President of Art Society of India and an active member in the National Rural Development Project. We are also having an auspicious presence in the form of special guest, Dr. Nalini Patil, Dean Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies at Ascenity Women's University, Mumbai. With more than 25 years in the field of education, ma'am has been actively involved into research, technology, and its union, which has been applied to her expertise. And we also have with us Dr. Hundekar, Green Fashion India Secretary and Principal SOFT. Mainly, she is our backbone, torch bearer, our support system, and our strength. Ma'am is a source of inspiration in everything that we do. So a very warm welcome to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, for this 9th Green Fashion India Prelude, we had organized a poster design competition, and a brief for the same was sent to all the institutes. This competition was organized to inculcate creative and effective ways to communicate and raise the awareness towards the main theme of the conference. The topics of the design posters were Fashion is not free, someone pays for it, Green lifestyle, shaping sustainable fashion, Green future, future of sustainable fashion. Ladies and gentlemen, let's celebrate the creativity and thoughtfulness of these winners from the competition. So we have a third runner-up for the poster design competition for the poster PO05 for Shahjapura Zehra and Rangwala Sakina from College of Home Science, Nirmala Niketan. I would like to request Pratima ma'am to kindly come. I request Nalini Patil ma'am to kindly hand over the certificate. A big round of applause for these winners. The second runner-up for the poster competition, poster number PO08, Masha Afreen, Khushi Soni, Divyanshi Gupta and Mansi Bhati from IIS Deemed University, Jaipur. I don't think so there is anybody over here, so we will be sending the certificates to them. And we have the first winner for the poster number PO12 for Bhavika Jain, Sia Arora, Shruti Soni and Neha Jain from IIS Deemed University, Jaipur. We do not have their representatives here, but we always can have a big round of applause for all these winners. Heartiest congratulations to all the winners and thank you for participating and sharing Gen Z visions. And we hope the same enthusiasm and participation in the main conference too. The certificates will be sent to rest of the colleges very soon after the conference. I would like to request Chief Guest of the function, Professor Ruby Oja, to kindly share your words. Ma'am, you can start with your address.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I
Perfect.
audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Shri Ravindra Dev, Chairman, Maharshi Karve Stri Shikshan Sanstha, Dr. Nalini Patil Madam, Dr. Manju Hundekar Madam, and if any other dignitaries are there on the dais and participants who have contributed to the sustainable fashion through their guidelines to plan the upcoming conference in the most meaningful manner. Ninth Conference of Green Fashion India is expected in October 2023 and Prelude of the same is taking place, that is going on. And this event started yesterday at Maharshi Karve Stri Shikshan Sanstha, School of Fashion Technology, Pune, which is being concluded today. I am privileged to have a part of this valedictory session of the Prelude Green Fashion India Conference. I am thankful to the organization for making me a part of this important event. On behalf of the SNDT Women's University, I congratulate everyone for being an active part of the Prelude with the theme Advocating Social Sustainability Through Perspective and Practices to Enhance the Lifestyle Quotient. It is just a coincidence that this Prelude started the same day when India commenced its G20 presidency. In words of Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, our priorities of G20 will focus on healing our one earth, creating harmony with our one family, and giving hope for our one future. Hence, the theme of G20 is One Earth, One Family, One Future. Prime Minister Modi ji says in the Times of India, December 1, 2022, yesterday's Times of India, that for healing the planet, sustainable and environment-friendly lifestyle based on India's tradition of trusteeship towards nature will be encouraged. Considering this, our theme of the Prelude and Green Fashion India, they are very appropriate and timely. This theme and Green Fashion India initiative also resonates well with the spirit of National Education Policy 2020. The SNDT Women's University, with its unique features of multi-language teaching, multi-language learning, technology-integrated pedagogy, compulsory internship, choice-based credit system, and multidisciplinary approach in teaching and learning is already ahead of many institutions in implementing the National Education Policy 2020. Choice of new age women seems to be fashion design, and this is why in last 1 year only, this is proved by this fact that in last 1 year only, SNDT Women's University added 33 new colleges with this discipline. So we can say that the coming years, the next decade is going to be the decade of fashion design. This is a matter of pride for SNDT Women's University that School of Fashion Technology is holding this international conference to encourage the green fashion. Clothing is one of the necessities of life, and if it becomes environment friendly, then healing the planet, as is the dream of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, healing the planet will not be difficult. So I congratulate once again to School of Fashion Technology, SOFT, for holding this international conference on this very important theme, that is Green Fashion India. And it will not be for our planet to heal itself if everyone takes the concept of green fashion, if everyone takes the concept of environment-friendly fashion, environment-friendly clothing, then it will be a very fortunate moment, and it will be a very good for the planet as a whole. I thank you very much for inviting me here for this very important international conference. And I thank you once again. And I think in the beginning, now Shri Milind Lele, trustee Maharshi Karve Sri Shikshan Sanstha, is also present on the dais. So, sir, namaste to you also. And again, I congratulate SOFT, and I thank you, the organizers, for having me here. Thank you very much. Thank you, Hundekar madam, and the whole team.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspirational words. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just joined with us our special guest, Mr. Milind Lele, Trustee and Management Committee member, Maharshi Karve Sri Shikshan Sanstha. Besides an experience of the education management for more than 20 years, sir is also a renowned director and producer of the regional Marathi movies. His credits include being selected as an entry to the prestigious Cannes Film Festival and also bagging 4 Maharashtra State Awards. A very warm welcome, sir. I would like to request Dr. Hundekar ma'am to kindly welcome all our guests. Ruby ma'am, we have made your mementos and we'll be sending it to you very soon. And we miss having your presence over here.
Same here, even I'm missing being present over there physically. Thank you very much for the memento, and I'm sure that will reach me soon. Thank you very much.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I would like to invite Dr. Hundekar once again to announce the main 9th Green Fashion India Conference 2023.
I think I would like to call upon Benjamin and Rahul sir with me. Please come here. They are the pillars of this Green Fashion India, definitely with everyone. I would also like to call upon our 2 HODs with me. Please come. In the auspicious presence of Dais and our chief guest, Dr. Ruby Oja, on behalf of Maharshi Karve Sri Shikshan Sanstha, on behalf of Green Fashion India, that is an initiative of MKCC School of Fashion Technology, and on the behalf of entire Green Fashion India community, I take this opportunity to announce the next conference in the month of October 2020. The conference which we aim at will have a title, Impact 2030, that is 2030, and the keywords which we have identified for this is lifestyle design for social sustainability, or maybe, we may come up with good titles with our collaborations, but I think it's really great that I'm presenting this in the presence, auspicious presence of all these dignitaries. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Yes. Please.
Thank you, ma'am. It's indeed very exciting from now only. I would now like to request Ms. Garima Bhalla, Steering Committee Member GFI and Head of the Department SOF, to kindly present vote of thanks.
Thank you, Malika. What a wonderful 2 days of GFI Prelude 2022. Good evening, everyone. It is my honor and privilege to get the opportunity to propose a vote of thanks for the valedictory session of GFI Prelude 2022. I would like to begin with a huge thank you to the chief guest, Dr. Ruby Oza, Pro Vice Chancellor, SNDT Women's University. Guest of honor, Mr. Ravindra Dev, Chairman, MKSSS. Special guest, Dr. Nalini Patil, Dean, Faculty of Interdisciplinary Studies, SNDT Women's University. Mr. Milind Lele, Trustee and Management Committee Member, for gracing the valedictory session with their kind presence. I'm thankful to the Management Committee members of Maharshi Karve Stri Shikshan Sanstha and authorities of SNDT Women's University, Mumbai, who have always helped us directly and indirectly through their support and guidance. My sincere thanks to the keynote speakers, Dr. Ulhas Nimkar, President, SDC UK, and Chairman at Nimkar Tech Technical Services, and Mr. Dhruv Tripathi, CEO of F-Train, for their thought-provoking session. I would also like to thank the moderators of Green Initiatives in Design Education, Dr. Himadri Ghosh and Dr. Anjali Karolia. I would like to thank the Executive Committee members of GFI, Mr. Rahul Bhajikar, Mr. Benjamin Itter, Mr. Hemang Agrawal, and Mr. Philip Verhan. My special thanks to our steering committee members, Mr. Suresh Karare, Ms. Jignasha Shah, for their constant support. The organization of such events is incomplete without the active participation and cooperation of the delegates representing various institutions and organizations. On behalf of GFI, I would like to thank all the directors, HODs, faculties, and students of the various institutes for their active participation. An event of this dimension cannot happen overnight. We have been fortunate enough to be backed by a team of very motivated and dedicated teaching and non-teaching staff members, students committee, and volunteers. A huge thank you to the SMART team for their seamless efforts in showcasing the whole event online and offline. Once again, a big thank you to all of you for making GFI Prelude 2022 successful, and hoping to see the same enthusiasm and cooperation from all of you for the main conference of GFI 2023. Have a wonderful day ahead.
As a Dean of Interdisciplinary Studies of SNDT Women's University, I wish to congratulate the leaders and team of SOFT. Just आपण मराठीत सांगते, एक जोरदार टाळ्या वाजवूया सगळ्यांसाठी. Thank you, thank you.
Special thanks to Mallika for her 2 days consistent, and we really appreciate you. It was really wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, after every conference, we look out for inspirations, motivations, and try finding sources to engage our ideas. This time, we don't have to look out for it, because this time we have each other. We have potential to enthuse each other and make an inspiring contribution through social sustainability. Let us all keep trying our best to follow green fashion in some or the other way in our lifestyles. क्योंकि लहरों से डरकर नौका पार नहीं होती, कोशिश करने वालों की कभी हार नहीं होती. Keeping this in mind, we take your leave and see you again to experience the grand 9th Green Fashion India 2023. Till then, buy green, choose green, and make it last. It's me, Malika, GFI coordinator, signing off. Thank you so much.